still can't eat. I mean, it's still a tough situation 2 days later.
Yeah, it sucks still. We had a great team this year, and it was one of those teams that we felt was special, and it would have been great to win one, come back to the city, and be champions. So it's tough to come home and know the season's over and try to do anything right now. So time will help and get back after it and get ready for next year.
How's the feeling of disappointment different this year rather than last year?
We just obviously our team this year is a lot better. We felt we made major strides. Cole was MVP of the league, and it was all set up. Lakers, Celtics, NBA championship. It's what all of us, it's what you dream about your whole life. So to lose it really sucks.
Is there any difference in the feeling that you had this time versus the 04?
Yeah, 04 I was a rookie, and it was kind of, all new and just a fun ride for me. Playing for Phil and playing with Shaq and Kobe and Carl and all those guys was just like, I'm just out there having fun, and it's a blast, and it sucked to lose. This year I was, a lot more involved, a lot bigger member of the team, and with that comes a lot more responsibility, and you take a lot more out of it. So it definitely hurt more this time.
What did Mitch and Phil talk to you about as far as working on your game this summer?
Nothing, too, specialized. Obviously I'm gonna go home and train as hard as I can and work on, all aspects of the game. They just said come back, be healthy, be ready to play. My role had changed a lot throughout this year as far as getting new players and having a lot better team. And I learned a lot from it. So, I know I'm gonna know a lot more of what to expect next year. And besides that, I think they trust me to work on my game and improve. So there wasn't really anything specialized said about what to do.
How would you regard your season this year?
It was good. Obviously, numbers-wise, it wasn't as nice as I would like it to be, but this is a team game, and there's a lot that goes into that. We won the Western Conference, we won our division. I definitely had some ups and downs, but ultimately it's about winning, and if the team wins, and I'm a pretty big part of that, then I feel good. Obviously, individually, numbers-wise, it wasn't as successful as the year before, but you win, that means you're doing your job, and that's what we were doing this year.
How much do you think the numbers not being necessarily where you'd want them came from injury, or just maybe just not playing as well as last year?
A lot of it goes into it. Not playing, injuries, not playing the same minutes I did last year, not having the same role as far as, we have so many playmakers this year. We're adding Powell to the team and bringing Fish back, and then going out there and last year we needed more scoring out of me. Last year I was starting playing 30-something minutes a game, so I definitely expect, and I'm pretty confident I'm going to have statistically, individually, a better year next year. But as long as I get better and work on my game, and I'm back here helping this team win, I'm happy with myself. There's a lot of things that go into winning, not just putting points on the board. It's little things you do, and stuff you do on and off the court. So a lot goes into it, and I feel confident we get these, this same group of guys back next year. We'll be able to be right back where we were this year and hopefully win one.
Did you talk with Phil or Mitch at all about what this team needs and sort of if the team needs to change or any tweaks or?
We talked a little bit. I don't think we feel we need to change as far as personnel is concerned, we don't need to change anything. We feel to get over that final hump defensively is where we need our major improvement. That being said, we feel that we have the guys that can play that type of defense. We did a better job of it throughout the playoffs, but in the finals we kind of fell apart a little bit. But I think that's going to be our main focus going into next year. We got a lot of guys that are versatile and can play different positions, which gives us options to do different things. And it's going to be one of those things, hopefully, that with the whole roster healthy at training camp, that we can start day one there and get a lot better at that. Our offense was fine all year. We were one of the top scoring teams in the league. So it wasn't putting points on the board that hurt us. It was our defense. So that's what we got to do.
In the finals, though, kind of what the offense broke down a little bit too, though, right?
Yeah. You got Boston. Boston played very good D on us, and I think our offense broke down because we were getting kind of desperate to score and feeling like what we need to go to score the ball instead of just running and flowing and putting letting the triangle do its thing for us, where we scoring 100 points a game. It was more we were trying to go at them individually and try to get stuff done that way, just because we felt that sense of we have to get this done now because it's the NBA Finals.
You talked a little bit about learning stuff with your role changing and your minutes changing. Can you talk a little bit more about that? What did you learn, and how does that play into next year?
Well, I learned just physically and mentally how much different it is knowing that you might only get 5 minutes here, and you just got to be ready for that. And you go through a lot and you get frustrated, and then you kind of take a step back and look at the big picture and how everything's working. And it's just it's like anything. You use that stuff, use things that don't go as well to help you out and to help your game. And I just think next year I'll be ready. I'll be a lot more alert as far this year I kind of came in expecting I was starting and playing well, and then went through some ups and downs, and then we started coming off the bench, and then minutes. Some games we played 30 minutes, other games we played 15 minutes, and it was tough to get that consistency going. And I think the best way you learn stuff is just by doing it, making mistakes, by putting yourself in the middle of it. And once you've made those mistakes, and once you've lived it and experienced it, then if you're paying attention to it, you're obviously gonna pick up on that and learn how to do better in that situation the next time around.
Is that a hard thing for role players on good teams to do, to understand that your minutes go down, you're playing less than you might somewhere else, and all those other things, and not get upset by that?
It's very tough because you want to play, but at the same time, we got a lot of very talented people on this team that all want to play, and and you got Kobe and Lamar and Powell. They're all going to play 30-something minutes a game, so that's a lot of the minutes right there. 40-something a game for Kobe. So you got to you definitely have to make those sacrifices for the better of the team. And when you do that and you get guys that all are willing to make those sacrifices and willing to put the team first as far as everything, that's when you got something special, and that's when you can compete for championships. And I think for the most part we have that on this team.
Do you feel like